Speaking of fun, Mason.
Oh, here we go.
There's a new trailer for The Flash.
Oh, my goodness.
But they may as well have called it Everything is Always Happening. And it's not just about The Flash. Don't forget that. Also, seeing this trailer, I immediately understood why this hasn't been cancelled.
Look, I regret to inform everyone, it looks pretty good.
It looks pretty fucking incredible. Yeah. So I did also wonder how much Ezra Miller would be in this, considering that they put out a poster earlier in the week and it's the back of Ezra Miller and like the bat plane coming overhead.
Yeah.
But there's
So we got, if people don't know, there's two Ezra Millers, but there's also two Flash trailers. There was the big game spot.
Yes, that's true.
Which has a little bit, like a couple of frames of stuff that was not in
the
big trailer, but also there is the big trailer, which is about 3 minutes, and there's a lot of stuff in here. So we get more of an inkling of what the plot is.
Yeah.
So it's a Flashpoint-esque storyline. There's a famous Flash storyline called Flashpoint from a few years ago, where the Flash goes back in time and attempts to prevent the death of his mother.
Yes.
But in doing so creates a new reality in which, circumstances made different characters live and different characters die, and there's a different Batman and etc.
Different all things.
But in this it starts off similarly. He seems to go back in time. Ben Affleck Batman warns him not to go back.
Don't go back in time.
Don't go back in time. I mean, he's like, yeah,
just don't. Mate.
No, but he's more like yes.
Yeah.
Maybe think about it.
Yeah.
Have a big think for a day.
But wouldn't Batman be like, hey, you could erase me you could turn me into George Clooney? Don't do it.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Don't you? But in this instance,
don't you fucking turn me into George Clooney?
What seems to happen, at least. I mean, he's very handsome.
Yeah, I know, but
we're different. We're probably equal levels of handsome, but different levels of handsome.
Yeah, okay.
And I, Ben Affleck Batman, feel like I'm a more modern interpretation of hand. I'm more weathered. I'm less tanned.
That is true.
I'm more blotchy, depending on the day. But in this one, it seems like the Flash, at least the way the Flash explains it, his meddling has resulted in a universe that is much the same as the Snyderverse, as in Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Justice League, except in this he's somehow erased the existence of all metahumans.
Yes.
And there doesn't – initially –
you think there is at least.
Well, yeah. And it seems at least in this – initially it looks like there isn't a Superman.
Yeah.
So when Zod comes to Earth in the movie Man of Steel, there's no Superman to oppose him.
Yeah.
So what are the Flash going to do? So he's going to team up with a younger version of himself.
Yep.
And maybe some other people.
He's probably evil.
I'm leaning away from that, actually.
I'm leaning well into it.
Yeah, okay, right. Well, we'll see, won't we?
Yeah. I think initially, but then it'll be like, I'm going to do my own realities, etc. and so forth.
Well, here's the thing, because he seems like too sort of wide-eyed and...
Yeah.
I'm just a good... I don't know what's going on, so maybe...
But you can be corrupted by time
Well, yeah,
and
maybe,
stuff.
but there's also a moment, I think, where what it looks to me is if this Barry Allen, the younger version... He doesn't have any powers. He hasn't had the accident that produced the Flash powers. And I think later we see their
they do a big lightning together.
Yeah, and I think maybe Barry Allen gives him
replicates
the experiment or can loan him some power or something like that.
They have a big moment where they put their feet together.
That's the one, yeah.
They do a big run as well.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Some big reveals though. Look, we see it must be. It's a non. Is it some sort of? This is non-powered Barry Allen, right? This universe is Barry Allen, where he's sort of all emaciated and he's in a prison.
Oh no, I think that's
Henry Cavill.
Supergirl.
Oh yeah, of course it is.
Because what I think they're doing is so in the Flashpoint they go to a universe where Superman was captured by the government immediately.
Yes,
and put in a red light cell.
Yes,
to depower him. And I think that's what they're doing here.
Oh, yeah,
but I think this version of Supergirl might also be Zod's daughter, potentially.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
I think that was a rumor. I don't know whether... But she's a version of Kara.
Yes.
But I don't know whether it's the Kara from the Kara Zor-El.
There is also another shot, and we're maybe getting a little ahead of ourselves here, where we see Supergirl lifting somebody into space, and it looks like
Barry Allen.
Is it?
I think that maybe they're going to give him a lightning.
Oh, maybe.
To
me, it looked like Henry Cavill Superman.
Like I wouldn't be surprised.
Like maybe there's two people in the maybe there's two people in the cells.
Yeah,
it's the two super people, and she's trying to take him into space and reactivate his powers or something like that. Or maybe he's dead. He's been dead for a while, and she's like, well, maybe if we give him some sunshine, he'll perk right up.
Do you think though? Is this the Keaton universe?
No, I think
This is a weird blend.
I think the Flash maybe goes into another universe and finds Keaton.
It needs a Batman.
Batman, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that may be. Because why would altering the timeline turn Affleck Batman into Keaton Batman? It doesn't make sense.
No, it wasn't. Yeah. How do you feel about, first of all, the line "I'm Batman"? Where it's like, yeah, I'm Batman.
It.
Yeah.
Loved it.
And
look, not that I want to say anything positive about Ezra Miller, but there's just a second there where, like, one Barry Allen passes out in surprise, and the other one's like, hell yeah.
See, that's why I think they're in the same. I think it's a universe without metahumans.
Yep.
There is a Batman there. It's the
Right.
Keaton version. It might be the same universe, but it could just be a similar universe. And so in this universe, the younger Flash, pre-Flash.
God, it's confusing to say.
Knows Batman.
Right.
Because Batman's not a metahuman. But it turns out that they've actually got a Supergirl captured.
Yes.
And then there's an invasion happening. And they need metahumans to stop Zod.
Yeah, right.
Fucking Michael Shannon back as Jesus.
How'd they get that?
Such a good idea, though.
Yeah.
I just because there's so much of that movie that I like, and like including the Man of Steel, including Michael Shannon, and even what we saw in the start of Batman v Superman. I love all that. Just also I've never seen Michael Keaton Batman this flexible and active.
Right? I mean, a lot of it's CG, but still.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
But just like, he's really making use of those wings and all these.
Yeah, if you recall Batman Returns, he uses those wings once and he just sort of crashes he drifts and then he crashes. So, look, a couple of miscellaneous notes. I think the suit looks really good.
Yep.
The Flash suit specifically. What else?
I mean, two versions of the Flash fighting like a Kryptonian army is.
Yeah.
Love
that is, and I mean, and it looks like we're doing the idea of like if the Flash gets up enough momentum, he can hit a Kryptonian hard enough to hurt them, because he takes a shot at Zod, and really, it looks like Zod anyway.
Yeah,
and really,
I reckon like Feora will probably be there. And
yes, I think maybe there's a moment where we see a batarang on a chain and the lightning comes down on it. I think that's maybe where the second Flash gains his powers.
Gets
something
big
like that.
powers.
Gets big powers. Also, we get, and this is also in the little spot, the little Super Bowl spot.
Yeah.
We get Affleck Batman, not just Bruce Wayne, but Batman.
Yes.
And the suit is blue and grey.
Yeah.
At least it seems to be. I don't know.
And he's on that bike.
But here's the thing, and there's a second shot as well where he seems to be maybe participating in the battle against the.
Yeah.
And it's a
battle of in whatever.
Yeah, the battle.
But it also could be. I think that might be from a different thing, also.
Right.
Yeah. He drops out of the weird whale, and the weird whale doesn't show up until Justice League.
Oh yeah, I wonder if the final battle will be the Flash. Both Flashes realize they can draw heroes from different universes.
Yeah.
Look, and I know this is awful nostalgia bait. If this is the way they're going to do this.
I mean, that I'm Batman thing alone is like.
But just because Keaton has become so imposing as a figure, and he's so good at he's grown into this role somehow, even though he hasn't been the character for many years.
Yeah.
He's just become this presence in movies, and you see him and go, "Oh, that's a good actor.
It's a good looking rooster."
And it's a good looking rooster, and he's doing this, and and to like, I don't want this to turn into No Way Home, and it does feel a lot like that.
Yeah.
That we've got an Affleck doing the Doctor Strange thing of like, well, maybe don't mess with the reality.
Yeah.
Oh, you've done it.
Why did you do that?
Why did you do that? Yeah.
Well, because you let me.
Yeah.
You could have stopped me and you didn't. James Gunn has also posted this trailer and said, "I love this movie so much. Can't wait for you all to see it." So,
Okay.
that's
There
he didn't say that about Shazam. That's all I'm saying. Like, there are other movies that are coming out that he hasn't said that about.
He said P.U. Shazam. Yeah. No, thank you.
Not to say that, Shazam could be great. I hope it is. But, we'll see, won't we?
Also, it's fascinating to see the Keaton Batman in daylight.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
Weird.
But I like it. We also see in this. I think this is only in the TV spot. There's a room full of bat suits.
Yeah,
and there's some original ones. There's like a bluish kind of cowl one,
and I appreciate that. I know it's only a small.
Goggles.
I only know it's a small touch, but I appreciate that as opposed to the Spider-Man No Way Home situation where it was like, what have these other two Spider-Men been doing in the last 10, 15, 20 years, nothing.
Treading water
and nothing happened. Just the idea of, he had more adventures and he needed an underwater suit and a judo suit and whatever.
He needed a judo suit.
He needed a judo suit because he fought Judo Master. He's like, well, I got to get better judo.
Yeah. God damn. I can learn some judo just now. Yeah.
I'll put a VHS tape of judo in this suit so I know all the judo. It's the technology we had back then, 1991.
I wonder if they're going to go with this version of Supergirl for the movie.
The Supergirl movie?
Yeah, depending on how this is received. But from what I've seen from this, that version looks really good.
Looks cool. Yeah. Great looking suit.
I know she's not blonde or whatever, but I don't care about that.
They can put blonde streaks in her hair or whatever.
But it doesn't matter to the ultimate. Exactly, I don't care.
Yeah.
I just, if it's, performed well and like it's
and obviously we know that people are going to be like, she's not wearing the skirt, she's not blonde, she's not black.
They switch them up all the time.
They switch them up all the time. They can.
And they can.
She's not welded into the suit as far as we know.
What if the first scene she goes, God damn, I'm welded into this suit.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely in the next movie, Mason.
That's right. You know what? It wouldn't shock me if, I think this movie will probably end with like a burst of white light and there's a new reality and Flash is looking around going like, I wonder what's changed in this. Wonder what...
Is it me? Have I been recast?
Yes, is it me? Oh my God, I'm Grant Gustin all of a sudden. Wow. And I'm tired of being the Flash because I've been doing it for 9 years. It's an alternate reality where instead of my movie being in development hell for 9 years, I've been doing Flash stories for 9 years. I think it'll be he'll be in a new world and he'll be like, oh, maybe his mother's still alive and what have you, and he's like, well, this is the world I wanted and everything's nice and I've seen a thing that indicates that this is my reality. So
doesn't he have to learn that he has to say goodbye to his mother? Or
no,
something?
He'll never learn a lesson. That's the tagline. The Flash. He'll never learn a lesson.
Why should he?
Yeah, why should he? But then a thing will happen. But then I think so much will be left ambiguous.
Yeah, okay.
And so they'll base the next raft of stuff, some of it on what people liked about this, and is she not signed? Sasha Cal, is that her name?
Yeah,
she signed on for Supergirl.
No, not at this point.
Right.
I think they're waiting for this.
Yeah, maybe.
Honestly, to see how people react to it. Yeah, because I think why would they recast it if they've got somebody who's good and people like?
That's true.
It would make no sense
because they could get a blonde.
That's true.
Yeah.
They could get a blonde.
They could get one of them blondes.
Yeah. One of them blondes.
Yeah, I've been mainlining Dick Tracy all week, James. So
I bet you have.
So obviously,
one of them blonde dames.
That's right. One of them blonde dames with legs all the way up to her armpits.
That's too high.
It is. It's weird, but that's the universe. Just gross monsters in that universe. You seen them? You seen all the guys?
I don't like it. We will talk about it though. Yeah, okay. I mean, also as we're recording this, like the Super Bowl is still happening.
It's true.
So
we don't even know who's winning or who's playing.
Yeah,
Philadelphia
versus
Philadelphia.
Second Philadelphia.
Philadelphia versus Philadelphia 2.
Philadelphia cream cheese. Is that only Australian? Surely not.
Sure, absolutely not.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the next segment of the show, Mason.
Oh, it's what we're reading, what we're going to read.
That's exactly what it's called.
Heck yeah.
You've done it again.
That's right.